Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WildStar. This is the Eternal Flames, and this is Blaze speaking. It's a pleasure to have you guys here, and this is a special treat I plan on doing at least once every weekend. However, we had a lot recorded, but I'm not even going to go into details. Our stuff just started messing up, but we managed to fix it, as you guys can see, and we're going to start with basically something that I myself had trouble with at first and didn't quite get. So as you can see, this character is level 15. I want you all to meet Simpy. He's a character based on some of my stories I used to write, and I made him an Aryan because it just kind of fit perfectly. So around level 10, if you're playing the Exiles or you're playing the Dominion, you're going to get the ability to do some crafting. On the Exile side, which is the side I happen to be playing on, you go and you can actually pick it up here over in the Sylvan Glade. Now, for those of you who are going to try and find this from, where you first enter the zone, it's going to be way over here in the Ember Woods, and you're probably going to want to do these quests, but if you're in a big hurry, just follow the river until you reach over here. Now, once you reach level 10, you're going to have the ability to pick up a quest from one of the characters who are over here, which will give you a marker. It'll be this lovely lady right here with the flowing pink hair. Or, sorry, purple. I'm colorblind. After you talk with her, you're going to have the opportunity to talk with this lady with the strongman symbol over her. Talking to her will allow you to actually take a look at all the different things you can do. Now, obviously I've already picked up mining and weaponsmithing, and what ends up happening is you can swap between these, at later dates. With the exception of specialty things like cooking. Supposedly later there will be fishing and other things along with it, but hobby skills are free, so no worries, right? Anyways, once you picked up these, obviously you probably want a gathering skill such as mining, and you want a crafting skill such as weaponsmithing. Gathering parts you're going to find all over the place, and unlike Guild Wars and other games, these guys have actually built in a salvageable section, which will allow you to gain parts from the salvageables. Can't find the items you need to make stuff? If you go and you click, I believe it's this one right here, yep, the trade skill bag, you'll be able to actually find the items you need. Now, obviously I got myself some iron, titanium, bit quartz, a couple of really fun things, right? Well, here's the thing. Once you've gathered your materials, which you'll actually get a quest to gather some materials a little bit later, via, I believe it's one of these two gentlemen here, who teaches you mining, you can come over here to the crafting bench and craft. Now, crafting in WildStar is a bit different, because first off you have your schematics, pretty basic stuff, right? Then you have your tech tree. Your tech tree is a bit different. Unlike a lot of our games, in this one, you're actually going to be making stuff to gain achievements, but also other recipes. So the better you get at certain recipes, the better you're going to get at making newer and better things. Now, what's even cooler is, as you guys know, I've kind of worked my way down a bit, but there are these ones with stars. Now, when we complete this, we get one of these, a talent point. Now you guys are going, well, does that mean I get talents on my character, or what's that for? It's for the talents over here. Now, there we go. As you earn so many talent points, you're going to be able to start to work your way down into these different areas. This is really cool because it means for the first time since early WoW, you're actually going to be able to specialize. Like over here at 5 and 6, capacitor technician, inductor technician, and resistor technician, which allows you to use rare specialized chips. So you can actually specialize what you want your character to work with. And then later you even get to do even more upgrades. So depending on how you want to work this, you can actually get stronger in very specific areas and get better at what you want to get better at. However, this also means that your friend could also be a weaponsmith and specialize in different things. So if you need a change of equipment, or maybe you guys are looking for something special in auction house, different people will provide different things varying on both talents and what they put into their tech tree. So a little bit of both will create a very unique smith. Is it possible to get all the tech tree? Yes. Is it possible to get all the talents? No. Not unless you're willing to go and make 4 separate characters, and even then, the variations are pretty high. Now that we've gotten over that, let's get into some actual crafting. Excuse me. Well, let's see. What do I got in my tech tree? Do I gotta make anything special? Nope. I'm actually pretty good on my basic stuff. Everything down here is all special, so I can make what I want. I'm gonna go ahead and make some claws. So what we can do here is, let's see, level 14. Hey, I'm level 14. This is perfect. We're gonna go ahead and make one of these, and here are the materials you need. Some of these you will have to buy from the shop. Other things you can find by salvaging or going through and grabbing your collectible trade skill. And we're gonna hit load schematic. Now, this is weaponsmithing, and from what I've noticed, there is a difference between cooking and weaponsmithing. I don't know about armor or some of these other things, so be prepared. There might be some differences between crafting, but the general idea is the same. We hit start craft, which is going to use up our materials. Once you hit this button, whatever materials you start with are going to be used, which is important because of what's about to happen next. Start craft. Now, normally this slot seems to be filled up, but it seems I got something that lets me do a bit more than normal. So let's see, what do I want to pick? I can actually now pick attributes. Now granted, I can pick attributes that don't fit this color, but sometimes it's best just to match the color because you get better bonus out of it. Personally, I like grit because that's some health. Health is always good. For red, I like myself some brutality because let's face it, we all need a little brutality in our lives, right? Now we need a chip. Now the chip is going to give us more power down here, which is very important because I'm about to show you. Check this. I'm going to put in this power chip, which is a pretty solid one. It's level 14 right off the bat. Only got one, so I better not screw this up. And you notice our energy bar down here got higher. Now, what's this energy bar for? You'll notice there are some charges here. If I go and I add in, right, let's give me 10 of that, and 10 of this. So you notice this is starting to fill up. Now the question is, what happens if I overfill, or what happens, in certain cases? Well, the more points you add in, the more expensive it's going to get charge-wise. So let's get 2 more here, and then we're just going to pile on the brutality. And we hit 99 on the dot. But look, 1% chance to fail. But if you notice, it's still giving me the option to keep pushing these. So if I push it again, 2%, 100%. See, now we've gone too far. Oh, see, we can't put any more points in. But 2% chance to fail. This means that, yeah, I could screw this up and miss out on this opportunity to get this item. But let's face it, I get some extra points and I get to whoop some more ass. Why the hell not? Let's hit craft and see where it goes. Come on, baby. There we go. It even shows you what I made and how I made it. So there you go. Now, I can actually go ahead and equip these, right? So I'll go ahead and do just that. Oh, look at that. That is so much better than what I got on right now. Yeah. There we go. Now, I was talking about salvageable, so since we have a chance, I'll go ahead and show you that right now. When you hit this button right here, it's actually going to show you what you can salvage. You can choose next, which gives it a pass, or you can hit salvage. I'm going to go ahead and hit salvage on my old weapons here, and boom. You'll notice I went ahead and got an item back. So, sadly, I don't think I got anything else back from that, but hey, an extra power core? Why not? We'll take it. Anyways, that's the idea between weaponsmithing. Now, I said there was a difference between weaponsmithing and cooking. Now, cooking is a bit weird because I'm gonna have to use some money. Now, if you notice, I'm not exactly rich here, and you'll never see me be rich. At least not in these games. But let's go ahead and do this. Now, if you notice, there's some variations here. I'm gonna show you those as well. Do I have? Yeah, I don't have much here. Okay, I'm gonna try and just show you what a normal thing is and then a variation. So, if you hit start crafting, as far as anyone's concerned, I can hit craft right now and immediately get grilled yellow bell pepper. Or at least I think it's pepper. Now, if you notice, it shows me some stats right below. This one gives me just a bit of health and a bit of focus. Not too bad, right? But if I made, like, say, a candied bell pepper, it'll give me shield capacity. Or if I made a stuffed, it's going to give me armor. Now, obviously this means you want to shoot for these as much as possible, but let's just say for the sake of argument, I just need an extra health boost, you know. I want to get right back into the game as soon as possible, so we're going to hit craft. And boom. Not too bad, right? Well, here's the thing. We're obviously out of those, so I'm going to switch over real quick. We're going to go to meaty meal, and we got some tough jerky here. Now, if you notice, for my vegetable, I have both unlocked, but for this one, I'm missing one. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to cooking, you get this area right here. This is going to give you a general idea of where you want to look to find that recipe. Now, how do you find that? Well, let me show you. This is how you make special meals. So we're going to hit start, which is going to use up my thing. Now, take a look at this. If I go and I go straight into spicy, right, because pepper to pepper, right? If you notice, when I move these, it'll actually move around where stuff is. Now, if I got my little icon into this, I make some sweet jerky, but we're going to try and aim for the spicy. This is kind of a guessing game, so black pepper, and let's go with a pinch of garlic. Now, you can only add 3 ingredients, and every time you add an ingredient, it's going to kind of kill your cache a little bit. You'll actually see the prices over here on the right hand side. Obviously, the more expensive it gets, the yeah. Well, anyways, let's hit craft and let's hope for the best. And did I get it? Did I get it? I did not get it. Well, I wish I could show you guys, but sadly I'm actually out of materials. A little bit embarrassing here. But needs more spice and savory. Okay, so that means that if this is savory and this is spice, we need to go further this way. So next time I do this, I'm going to have to go up into the corner of this little thing and hope that I hit it. But since I'm out of materials, well, them's the breaks. So sadly those markers aren't going to stay, but if you do this over and over and over again with tons of materials, it'll keep a marker with an arrow pointing towards where you want to hit. Now, what about other crafting skills? Well, I would show you if I could, but I can't right off the bat. Now, a couple of you are going, well, what about mining? You obviously picked up mining. Can we see what's going on with that? Well, if I hit P, you'll notice that up in this upper right-hand corner, I've got a novice laser pickaxe. I'm not sure if you get other pickaxes as you go through. I will let you guys know in future videos if you do. But that will allow me to actually go mining. Now, if we're really lucky, I'm going to show you guys a little trick I've been using when I need materials on the fly. Every now and again, there's a little node that pops up down here. However, it looks like we're out of luck. So I'm going to go ahead and clip to where I can get a node. And I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. And if you guys notice, I'm kind of invisible here so I don't aggro the mobs. I wanted to go ahead and show you guys a node. Now, this is a tier 1. This is just iron. And obviously, different nodes are going to look quite different apart. In this first area, you're only going to find iron and platinum, so, you know, then some breaks as well. But I'm sure that further in you go, there's going to be far more variety. In the meantime, if you guys notice, this one says mining. So what I can do is I can right-click, and boom, it's going to start breaking up. While you were in the beta, you could actually break it up just by attacking it. When they changed that, I don't know. But it doesn't seem to work anymore. Like, I have yet to see anybody just attack a ore node and start, you know, breaking it up. Anyways, in the meantime, in between time, that's literally all there is to mining. And just to kind of, you know, reevaluate how bad mining is, there's no talents at all. Now, obviously, to do different tiers of mining, you are going to have to level this up. But considering the amount of supplies you need, let's just be frank, guys. You're going to level this up regardless. I won't worry too much about it unless you're in a big rush. In which case, I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you on that one, but just keep trying and keep pushing. Thanks again for joining us. Simpy here thanks you too. And every weekend we hope to have a new video here on WildStar. If there's anything specific you guys want to see, like a dungeon, or maybe us sticking around friends, or if you guys want this to be a series, I have no problem making a new character to make this a series. Just keep in mind that it might get a bit more boring than some of the other stuff because it's an MMO, and yeah, I mean, you can only do so much so often, right? That I don't have enough wittiness about me to constantly do stuff. So, thanks for coming out, guys. Simpy thanks you again, and take care, stay well, and come back and see us again. Later.